Hey everyone, it's Heidi, and you have found me here in my little, I'd like to say corner of the internet, but I mean, is it square? Is it, what shape is it? I have no idea. So it's literally and figuratively my little hidey hole of the internet. And welcome. You've stumbled upon my little channel about cross stitch and other random items that I jump into. It's been about a month since I've seen you, so welcome or welcome back. What has happened in the past month? I went to my last retreat of the year, and it was a good one. It was in Williamsburg. It was the Annabella's All Things Autumn Retreat, and her guest designer was Paulette Stewart from Plum Street Samplers, so it was delightful. And I loved it. I had the perfect table mates, I had perfect weather, I had the perfect time. It was great. I met up with some old friends and made some new ones, and you know, it's what retreats are all about. So I have all kinds of fun stuff to show you. I've got plenty of haul because Liberty Hill Needleworks. There you go. Words are hard. They are in Williamsburg, so of course I stopped there, and it was delightful. Highly recommend, 5 stars. So I'll get into that. I actually have a couple finishes. I have a couple new starts, including the exclusive from Paulette, Plum Street, from the retreat. It is gorgeous, and you can all be jealous, but it'll be out probably sometime next year. I think that's the standard, right? That she releases them, or anyone releases them, about a year after the exclusive. So you'll have something to look forward to next fall, for sure. What else happened? I had some vendors there, so people I've known before. Good old, who else was there? Megan was there from Lap and Loops with her gorgeous linen, and Tammy Blaylock was there from Country Girl. She had her beautiful bags that she makes. I sat with her at the Kentucky retreat last year. Creative Country Girl, that's what it is. Bought one of her beautiful bags. So it was nice to see them again. Megan invited me out to dinner. Pardon me, frog in my throat or something. Fall, that's what it is, just ugh. Anyways, Megan invited me out to dinner to the King's Arms Tavern there in Williamsburg, which, if you've never been to Williamsburg, first of all, you know, put it on your bucket list. It's impressive. I could spend an hour talking about it. I've been there before, but this is the most amount of time I got to spend in Williamsburg. So you see all the, you know, period homes and buildings that have been restored, and then they have the period actors there that you can, you know, interact with and ask all kinds of questions, and it's just amazing, all the stuff they put on. It's too much to see in a day. I mean, plan at least a weekend and check it out. Plenty of hotels. There's Buddy. There's Dolly. And I hear scratching at the door, which means Felix wants in. So we're going to get all the cats today. Here's hoping we can make it through. So, sorry, getting distracted. Let me just let Felix in now and get this over with. Pardon me. Let's stand by. Stand by. Come on, buddy. Get in here. Leave that open because I'm certain you're gonna want right back out. My life is fun with all the critters. We'll see if the camera survives. Anyways, Williamsburg, check it out. Lots of fun. At the King's Arms Tavern, Megan had made a reservation because it became highly recommended to her, and we had a wonderful dinner. And their Witch's Brew cocktail, 5 stars on that too. That was amazing. It was really neat. It was a really fun experience. So thank you, Megan. I had a great time. It was so much fun. News. Some Etsy news. I've switched everything on Etsy. If you watched my last video, I kind of wanted some feedback. I always feel like I can't quite keep up with stuff in stores, so you never really see. I was never listing anything that I didn't have made prior to now. So I've now switched it so it's made to order, at least for the floss drops. So now you can see all the designs that I have, or at least all that I have designs, all the designs that I have actual listings for. There's maybe 5 or 6 I haven't gotten pictures yet. Oh well, there's some fall things. They'll get there eventually. But anyways, everything's there now. You can see what I have. You can order it. It might take me a day or 2 to get them glued and then snipped up and holes punched and blah, blah, blah. But honestly, it's maybe a day or 2 longer than it took me before. So I'd rather you have the ability to see all the designs, order as many as you want for your bigger projects or whatever, than be limited to what you can just, what I have on hand. So we'll see how that goes. That's changed. Probably going to shut down the floss drop part of it in early December. So order now if you want something for Christmas. Because shipping was kind of a nightmare last year. It's just so busy for USPS. I get it. I get it. But I really just want to also focus on market. Pardon me. So if you were with me on the last one, you found out that the wonderful ladies at Barefoot Needle Art have offered to take my goodies to market in Nashville this fall, or this spring, next spring, whatever. So I have been super focused on that for the past few weeks, getting a bunch of stuff to the printer. I'm going to do sets there, so like 6 different sets of 5 different floss drops, so it's easy for people to pick up. And thread conditioner, there'll be a lot of thread conditioner open stock, as well as sets of those as well. So bear with me. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm open to any advice. If you've been to market, if you've sold at market, if you've purchased at market, and you have any advice you'd like to give me at all, I would love to hear it, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing, and I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. So that's what I've been focusing on. That's kind of why I'm shutting it down for Etsy, down for December. The thread conditioner, the needle minders, the books, that kind of stuff will still be there because that's already made. What's listed is already made, and that's easy to deal with. So that I can ship out, not a problem. But the floss drops, I'm going to take a break so I can really focus on the market stuff. So I appreciate your patience on that one. And stand by. There'll be more goodies, trust me. Is that everything on that? I think that's all the news. That's all the updates. Sorry if you're now hearing the crows, because if I don't leave the door cracked, you'll just hear the jingle bells I have on there. I have sleigh bells that we had at the house that we bought up in, is it Frankenmuth, Michigan? Like 40 years ago. I'm not even lying. Might have been more than 45 years ago. Here comes Felix. Yep. And, hi buddy. And so they're on the door. So every time the wind blows, when the cats went in and out, I hear ching, ching, ching. I hear sleigh bells. This is Felix. This is super producer Felix. You got 3 out of the 4. My princess, old Lucy Bell, she's in the house because she's smart and it's cold. And she's going to sit by her window where it's warm. Anyways, so let's get to it. I'm going to show you a couple finishes that I have first. One's a big one that has needed to be finished for a while now. And one's a little one. Little one's on top. We'll start with that. So I'm working on the Beach Boardwalk series. There's 7 of these little guys. I'm doing them all in a row on 40 count. What is this? What is this? Here comes Felix again. Sea Mist by Barefoot Needle Art. They're beautiful, beautiful sea mist. See, I started in the middle and worked off to this one. So the one I finished is the snack house, or snack shop. So cute. So I'm calling it a finish because I got to put the pattern away, so it's done. Thank you, Felix. He is literally right there. So I'm expecting the camera to go at any moment. Oh well, bear with me, kids. I'm using the called for on that. All the beautiful pretties. And Can't wait to see this one finished up. You know, been working on it for a couple years. You'd think it'd be more done. Anyways, here's the next big finish. So of course, if you're gonna go to a Plum Street retreat, technically, I took all my Plum Street projects and I finished gathering honey. This is done on, I believe, 32 count Berkshire hive, or no, 28. Here she is, all finished. Get a close up so you can see that beautiful fabric. I had to wait. Barefoot didn't have it. Liberty Hill didn't have it. Annabella's didn't have it. One little bit of Grecian gold. So I had to 1, 2, 3 stitch that. So I couldn't finish it, Annabella's, couldn't ring the bell, yada yada. But here she is. One strand of Grecian gold later, she's finished. I love it. Now it'll be another 10 years before I frame it, but at least she's done. It's the small things you gotta celebrate, kids. Did that with the called for goodies. I got a couple new starts. First up, Felix. Lay down, Bubby. He's like, no. First up is, I just kept seeing this and I had to do it. The Lord's Prayer by Lila's Studio. Thank you, Felix. People really want to see your butt. Very nice. Yes, come here. How about you park it? There. I am using the beautiful called for goodies. And I'm doing this on an antique white Belfast. Don't tell them, I think it's a 32 count. It's a whole big old piece of it, so of course, which way's which? I think it's this way. There we go. There's my little start. Top right corner is where I normally start. I stitch in hand, so it's easier just to go across that way. So it's just that pretty border. Again, you know I'm a sucker for borders. Like I said, I saw it and I was like, oh, such a pretty piece. Shut up and take my money. So there's that start. And then, oops, that goes with you. In my nice new bag from Tammy, Creative Country Girl. Thought it was appropriate that I put the new Plum Street. This is Autumn in Williamsburg. I'm trying to get not as much glare on it for you. There, that's a little bit better. It is stunning. Of course, she had the model there. And, oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It is stitched on 40 count, I believe. Yeah, no, I lied. 36 count, Coffee Stain by Cedar River Linen. And here's my little start on it. It's got some specialty stitches, nothing major so far. I love the coverage with the one strand. I'm doing the 1/2 for 36 count. On this linen, seems really decent coverage. 36 is tricky for me. I'm not I don't like the prim look as much for a lot of pieces, so one strand I tend to not go with. I usually will do 2, or I just avoid 36 like the plague. But since this was handed to me, she gave us some little cards, which I'm certain Paulette isn't watching, but if you were, just a little feedback, maybe punch holes in them for us would be great. Need someone to help you out? I'm here for you. Okay. There's my little machine. I'll punch the holes for you. It's not a problem. And another thing, because I mean, she had them printed nicely with your thread, blah, 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 but maybe give us enough for the whole project too. Again, just me. That's me being a bitch, but it is. So any designers out there, I understand it's an expense, but aren't you passing it on? We're paying for it. Give us the whole thing. That'd be great. So again, not trying to be mean, just kind of, that would have been like the cherry on top, that wow, what a super awesome thing. But we were all kind of pulling them out like there's not even holes in them, you know. So and I thought, well, maybe it's just me. No, everybody at my table, same thing. They're like, there's no holes. So it made it a little tricky. Anyways, I made little books for my whole table. These are my little thread books. So I started using it. This is how you use them. Put the little number on there, and then instead of putting it back on your floss drop, you stick it on your little book. And there's a little piece of vellum and a sheet of labels to do that with. And the vellum keeps your thread from moving to the other page and getting mixed up with your other threads. You can find them on Etsy. Cottage Cat Designs. Get them while they're hot. 2 different sizes. This is the small one. Anyways, still gorgeous, Paulette. Absolutely gorgeous, stunning, beautiful piece. I love it. That was my only criticism. Floss drops. You know, because, sorry. I just am. Anywho, moving right along. We've now moved into the pre-nap phase. All right, even Felix is on the other side taking a bath, so we might make this through this intact. God willing. All right. Because I have more Plum Street to show you, because I took them all, like I said. You've seen this before. It's Sweetheart Hill. And there was a lady there who had it finished on the brag table, and she was sitting right beside me. Of course, I have a picture of it on my phone, but I don't know how to edit because I'm a Riri. So, I shouldn't say that. I'm too lazy or don't have the time to prioritize learning how to edit. That's more like it. She had it finished on a frame that she had thrifted, and it was gorgeous. It was a nice, beautiful arch, white frame. It was more of a 40 count. Mine's on a 32, I believe. So it was much smaller than mine, but it was finished and it was beautiful. And here she is. She's almost done. Just got to fill in all that green and those flowers. And of course that beautiful white banner at the bottom that says I belong to you, or I belong with you, But that house is no joke, kids. On 32, that is 3 skeins of whatever that is. Which one is it? Da, 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 da. I don't know. Not without looking. They all sound the same. But anyways, it's adorable. So close. Hopefully. I mean, what am I going to do when it's finally finished? This is kind of my go-to retreat piece because it's so much fill-in. So I can just mindlessly stitch. So yeah, I'll be sad to see it finished for that reason alone. Then I'll have to find another good retreat piece. I am using the called for beauties with that one as well. Next up that I've been working on is Katerine's Garden by Hands Across the Sea. And I bought this one as a kit. So this is the only project I have that I'm using 103s. And that would be why I bought this. A little preview of the haul. Because the 103s are the ones that come in those pretty little bobbins, of course. And guess who else likes the 103s? Yeah, right there. So I try to put it on the flat surface beside me when I'm stitching, and he's like, oh, look at that. And then they did it underneath your chair or underneath the table. So we're going to try this. And maybe it'll be less enticing. And if it isn't, then maybe it'll be, I don't have to chase after it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I'm doing this on a 20 count Ada Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. And this is what I've got done. So I basically added a few more little flowers and started on the bigger motif there. It's kind of a better color representation, but harder to see. I love 20 count. it's fun. Fun to stitch on. And the coverage with the 103s is pretty good, actually. I think. Might be a little thin in some of them in the darker ones, but it's pretty good. Next up, happy to see this one come through again. This is One Nation Bygone Stitches. I'm doing this on a 32 count ale by Felix. Did that sound German enough? Yeah? Digging deep for the Heidi roots. All right, I did a lot of stars and a little bit of lines just to break it up. I was tired of looking at white, quite honestly. And I did some more beads over here because they're fun to see come together. So that's what I'm doing, is putting some beads in the stars. I'll be putting beads over here in these small little motifs in between the states. And then when I get to Ohio and Virginia, I'll do the whole thing in beads. Just because, change it up. Because I can. I think it looks cool. Isn't that neat? Ringing my own bell. Would have been really cool if the sleigh bells on the door would have rung it right when I said ring my bell. But, not happening. So, there's that. I figure by sometime around our 300th anniversary or birthday, that might get done. I'd really like to get it done next year with all my other patriotic pieces, but I doubt that's going to happen. Because a girl can dream. Next up, we have The Beast, otherwise known as Everflowering Garden by Forest Embroidery. I am not using the called for because I was stupid. I decided to do my own. So these are Cottage garden threads, which are wonderful, gorgeous, beautiful threads. But other than that, if you want to hear the full story, go back a few videos and you'll get the full story. Or just know I was on the struggle bus, big time. But anywho, I switched out the fabric, I switched out some thread, and I started it again because that's what I did. So everything I did new was in the top right corner. Did some flowers, worked on that little motif, and pretty much finished that page. There's plenty of pages on here because she's a big girl. But, because like, here we go. Ooh, there we go, there's the bottom corner. Gotta come clear back here to fit it all on the screen. It's gonna be big. And again, she's on the decade plan. Or the 300th anniversary plan. I don't know why I call it anniversary. Is it technically a birthday or is it an anniversary? Discuss. I really don't know. I guess it's a birthday. But I don't know. There's that. All right. Hadn't seen this one in a while, and did I enjoy it? It is Mary Gypson by Heidi trying to speak, take two. Whilst Iris Naps is our wonderful designer. And I bought this one, I believe it was a Hobby House exclusive at one point, or I got the kit from Hobby House. It's been a couple years now, so I do have all the called for beautiful, gorgeous, love to pet them silks. You too can love on them. It's on a 46 count Thornfield. That's what I have done. But I worked on this little corner, got some letters and numbers done, got some more on the yellow done. I was basically just taking it across the top there. Bright colors at the top. It's definitely brighter than what it looks like on this, I think. But it's beautiful. And I love the Thornfield. It's a nicely mottled piece, but not like crazy. So I do like that. 46 count. Was actually able to stitch in hand this time. Usually with 46 count, I end up putting it in a frame just to see better, but sometimes I don't, it's not consistent that way. I have a couple other 46 count pieces, or at least one other I can think of. And sometimes it's just, maybe it's just my eyes, because there are days the eyes are worse than others. Is it just me? Y'all in the same boat? I don't know, but this time I could do it, and the stitches look pretty good. Or maybe it's because it's the silk. I have no idea. Moving right along. Next up, this bouquet sampler, or sampler with bouquets. Again, Jardin Prive. That's what it's going to look like when it's finished. When I was at Liberty Hill, they have it finished, and it's right there at their checkout. It is gorgeous. They did it on a slightly bigger count, but it's beautiful. Made me excited to go home and whip this one out and work on it a little bit. I just did this on some, picked some stash, some 18 count Aida out of stash. And this is what I've got done. Basically what I finished is the smaller alphabet over here, dink dink, and the motif beside it, and the bunny and the little vase there. Those. I just finished that the other day. I'd like to think I'm halfway through. Oh, there's fuzzies all over it. But it might be wishful thinking on my part. But it's 18 count Aida. It's fun to stitch. It's the called for DMC. Nothing exciting. There's only a handful of colors, but they're beautiful. I just love pretty much all their designs. I just love their color. The colors they pick are so sweet. Bright, vibrant, love them. All right, that's all the whips I've played with in the past month since I've seen you, which wasn't bad. Hey, not bad. I've been talking with my friend Stacy, the 911 stitcher. She saw my last video. She's like, "Hey, you got a couple things kitted up that I've got kitted up, or they're almost finished kitting up. Do you want to start them together?" I'm like, "Absolutely, pick a date." So after much debate and texting and which one's which and what do we start and when do we start and blah, 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 we've come up with, drum roll please, this is a really awesome cute bag from my sister's shop. Go check her out at Flat Tire Farm Market on Etsy. Harvest Moon by Annie Beez. This came out this year, I believe. I picked it up when I was there in St. Louis, and it's just adorable. I like those little kitties and the pumpkins. Aren't those cute? And the border's adorable. And you suckered me in with that flag right there. It's got a flag. I'd probably buy it. I need to take my flag down. It's after Veterans Day. I haven't gotten around to that yet either. Yeah, well, I'll be using, again, some stash linen. I believe it's a 32 count. Nothing exciting. Using some of my adorable floss drops that are new pumpkins. All the called for, except ginger snap. I thought I had ginger snap. Some days. Again, clearly there must be the most popular colors that everybody uses. Grecian Gold, ginger snap, pumpkin patch was another one. Anyways, we're starting this on Thanksgiving, y'all. So if someone else has this, or you're gonna get it, or, I mean, hey, just go ahead and go buy it. It's cute. It's not super big. What is it? 172 by 187. Technically, normal people could probably stitch this in a month. It'll take me 5 years. But I'm gonna start it this Thanksgiving with my friend Stacy, and I'd love for y'all to join us. So leave me a note, leave her a note. Let us know that you're gonna be playing along. Haven't gotten so far as a hashtag. I'll leave that up to her if she wants to do that, because she is way more social media savvy than I am. So we couldn't decide between that one and American Welcome. I've had this one for a while, but of course I wanted to start something patriotic because of America's birthday anniversary, whatever you want to call it, next year. 250 delightful years. Okay, who's with me? I remember, and I should have pulled them out of the stash somewhere. God only knows where they're at. But I have pictures of my sister and I in 1976, right? So this was 50 years ago, and for the 200th birthday, when we were in our little Betsy Ross outfits. So our little skirts with our little gingham red and white hats, right, Holly? Am I right? Yeah, and little shirts, and I had my normal look because we were dressed up like little pioneer kids, but or colonial kids, I should say, and it's adorable. So yeah, I'm old enough to remember that. So who else has those pictures? I want to see them. I know they're out there because we were all we were all living that dream. Anyways, if you have American Welcome and you haven't started it yet, or even if you have on New Year's Day, this is what we're going to be starting. I thought about doing it Christmas, but I have to work Christmas. Yay, healthcare. So don't think it's going to get done on Christmas. So this is going to be my New Year's Day start. Or maybe New Year's Eve if I'm feeling froggy. But I can't wait. I love this one. It's adorable. It's Plum Street. I love it. Using my super awesome, my old patriotic tags. That's right. I got new ones coming, kids. Tease, tease. With all the called for pretties. I'm going to be using, this is Sand Dollar 20 count. Is it Barefoot? Yep, by Barefoot Needle Art. I love their fabric too. They do a great job. Again, just a light model, not super variegated. If you can see that. Which I like. I like the, just a little bit of contrast, but not a lot. And then I got this bag from Farmhouse Needleworks. There at the Annabella's Retreat. I was gonna say I bought 2 bags from her. This was the other one. Isn't that cute? Little snowflakes on the back. She had all kinds of pretty stuff there. Go find her goodies. And the rest pretty much is haul, my friends. Not a lot. Not terrible. Well, let's start with some awesome table gifts. And some of the swag bag stuff. You can never have enough snag nabbits. If you don't have one, kids, go get one. I did learn at this retreat, or was it last retreat? Maybe it was Megan that showed me. There's 2 different sizes of snag nabbits. Did not know that. I've only seen the bigger size here, but it works. And then someone knows me. Just saying. She gave me a bunch of cute buttons. Thank you, Erica, for the delightful gifts. That wasn't all she gave me, but it's all kind of mixed in here. Everything's gotten mixed up, so I don't want to not credit people who gave me whatever. This was part of our swag. Cute little that I can now use, and some more floss drops. We the people, and we got a little needle minder. I believe that was the little freebie they had. Yeah, cute little mouse. Finally a farm girl. What else was in this? Oh, they gave us a couple little freebie charts. They gave us a thing explaining the pineapple. I think it was a welcome thing, like a friendship thing back in the day. I don't want to lead you down the path, but there's a story behind the pineapple. If you go to Colonial Williamsburg, you're going to see them everywhere. What else do we have? I think, okay, the rest is from, well, no, I think we got this in that too. Prairie Schooler, those are cute. Acting like I've just seen them. They've been in the bag long enough, I forgot what came with it. How sad is that? Anyways, then, like I said, we went to Liberty Hill. There was another retreat going on down, Dying to Stitch down in, wherever they're, Tidewater area. I don't know exactly what town they are in Tidewater, but that's very close. It's within an hour of Williamsburg, so a bunch of people had come up from that retreat when we were there too. So I got to meet, of course, Lisa from Lady Huzzah Presents, because she works at Liberty Hill. So she was cutting fabric, so it was fun to chat with her. And I ran into Lenny and Roberta from Sable Stitchers. I only got to talk to Lenny briefly, gave her a big old hug. She's delightful, just exactly what you'd think. Did not see Roberta. It was, I heard her. I did not really get a chance to talk to her. Anyways, it was a great store, and it was packed. So we were just kind of shimming around each other. But over in their Christmas section, I have some of these little sleds, the little Foxwood crossings. So I picked up some of these little guys. I think they're adorable. And you know me, I keep talking about one of these days I'm actually going to have an ornament tree. I don't know. If I'm still doing Flosstubes 100 years from now, you might actually see it. Those were little cute things. And the cute little barns. And then they had a Brenda section, y'all. There's this manor at Swan Lake. So I'll pick that bad boy up because I can't resist it. I cannot resist a Brenda. It's like a Plum Street. I don't care how many I got. I'm gonna get another one. I love them all. Love them, love them, love them. And again, with the whole concept of doing some sort of ornaments, I thought these were adorable. I like it as a whole. That's kind of pretty. But as single little ornaments on little paper for a Halloween tree, that'd be cute too. So, we'll see. But y'all, when I first walked in, it was like, can I call it a unicorn chart? I don't know. Not really. But I've looked at this thing for years. I thought, geez, I already have enough projects. And I certainly have enough blammo-sized projects. But, like I said, I walked in, it was right there. I'm like, is that? Oh my God. Is that? It really is. So I brought her home. Look at this bad boy. What's it actually called? Virginia, a Cumberland County inspiration. Yes, this is Teresa Baird. And she is gorgeous. This picture does it, I mean, negative 50% justice. I mean, it really is a horrible picture. I mean, seriously. But she big. Like a half yard isn't big enough for her. She is 441 by 535, y'all. That's the thread list, for the love of God. I'm clearly touched, but whatever. It was there, so I had to take it home. So I did. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long it takes me to kit this one up. Of course, it's Belsois, Classic Colorworks, whatever, if you want to. I doubt I'll be using it. I might kind of go through there and just see what the colors are for the house and the grass. And if the silks are actually variegated enough to make it worth it, I might buy them. Otherwise, what is it, DMC? Yeah, or MPI. I'll look. Safe bet I'm not doing that in silk. It's just too much. It was already a chunk for the pattern because it's 1/8 of an inch thick. I mean, it's like 20, 30 pages. So, you know, spend money on the things you need to spend money on. DMC is gorgeous, does beautiful work. As you've seen, plenty of stuff I just did was in DMC. So if you think you have to use the called for every time, kids, you absolutely do not. No one's ever really gonna know, and who cares? It's about stitching something that makes you happy and going from there. I did get a couple pieces of linen from Megan at Lap and Loops. I think these are both 32 count. Yes, 32 count Lugana. This is Graveyard Mist. So I asked her, I was like, where do you get your inspiration for all your names? And she said a lot of them was, I just lost it just that quickly. And she's probably yelling at the screen if she ever watches this. X-Files. A lot of things from the X-Files. I was like, I haven't seen Smoking Man yet. So, is that one coming, Megan? I don't know. So it was Graveyard Mist, and this is Medusa's Gaze. Slightly pink, believe it or not. I know you really can't see it. Like a pink, very light pink or purple. Did you hear the sleigh bells? Yeah, a little windy here today. And you got to remember, this is just an old garage that I converted, so it's basically a pole barn with 1-inch styrofoam insulation. Put in a drop ceiling and whatnot, but when it's really blowing, that door will foom, foom, foom all day long. Just for funsies. Something else I found was some 20 count Ada Pampas Reed Atomic Ranch. And I bought this just in case I can't find something else. You know, I'm not a big fan of the 36 count, but this is 36 count of the, what is it, platinum. And this is for the Cumberland County if I don't end up going with something else. We'll see. We'll see. They look like they needed a little help that day, so I decided to buy all my stuff there. Yeah, right. And then some Fiber on a Whim Latte. This is 32 count. I just like the color, so I bought it. Because honestly, you can never have too much. At least that's what I'm sticking with. So, I think that's everything. All my piles have moved from one side to the other. Let me see, so it's middle of November now. I'll probably see you again middle of December. And we'll go over whatever I've gotten into by that point, God knows. No cat drama this month. That was delightful. My neighbor's cat has learned how to get into the house and likes to just come for a snack, really. The other cats don't seem to mind him too much. I always know when he's around because they'll start meowing and that kind of thing, but they get along. So, because I leave the window open over in the kitchen, and that's how the cats get in and out during the day, and then we close them in at night with us. And so old Rico, he figured it out. He's a smart kitty. And it was kind of funny because this week my neighbor, who is his owner, texted me and she's like, "Hey, I don't know if you've seen on your cameras or not, but we haven't seen Rico in a week. We're kind of worried. Have you seen him?" I'm like, well, about 90 minutes ago, he was eating in my kitchen. So, and then I sent her a video from exactly 1 minute ago showing his ass going back into the house to eat again. So I'm like, he's doing just fine. He's down here. So she's like, oh my gosh, he's got food up here. I'm like, well, cats. I said, maybe he just liked the challenge. You never know. Cats are weird. So, but like I said, as long as they get along, come and go as you please, kid. So, like I said, we got market coming up. I got a couple trunk shows. Stitch South trunk show in February. Born to Stitch trunk show in March. And then beginning of February, I'll be at Barefoot Needle Art again too, at their retreat, and be a vendor there again. So I hope to see you there, or you can find my goodies at either one of those other two things. I hope you're going to a retreat soon, and if not, by the love of God, go out there and find one. They're so much fun. They're totally worth your time. Go meet some other people that are into our weird little hobby and have fun. So, all right, kids, I'll see you again mid-December, God willing. And, you know, if you want to stitch along with us on Thanksgiving, which is a Thursday, there we go. Again, it's Harvest Moon by Annie Beez. We'll be starting that. Look for that kind of post on social media between me and Stacy, which is, or who is the 911 stitcher, and American Welcome on New Year's Day. So I hope y'all are having a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.